Welcome, my dear friends, to our full moon ceremony. Tonight, we celebrate the constellations of Virgo and its opposite sign, Pisces. We're also being gifted with a total lunar eclipse, which not surprisingly will trigger our emotional bodies. This lunar eclipse is known as a blood moon. A blood moon occurs during a total lunar eclipse when the Earth slips between the sun and the moon, casting its shadow across the lunar surface. Instead of turning completely dark, the moon takes on a striking red hue. According to NASA, the Earth's atmosphere bends sunlight, filtering our shorter wavelengths and allowing only the reddish tones to illuminate the moon. A lunar eclipse is an especially potent lunation, in this case, a potent full moon. Lunar eclipses are relationship-oriented. The crises that these eclipses tend to elicit is a crisis of a lack, a time when we suddenly realize a great need or a want. The impact of the crisis can act to sever a relationship, but it can also bring two people together with a sudden awareness of a great need for each other. Although lunar eclipses are more relationship-oriented than solar eclipses, they are not always about relationships between two people. They can trigger awareness of need in other areas of our lives, such as our relationship to work, to our health and bodies, and so forth. This is a time when matters come to light, things that have been brewing under the surface. Lunar eclipses are about relationships and polarities. With the Virgo-Pisces service axis involved, this lunar eclipse presses us to look more closely at our needs, our lacks, and our wants. We are encouraged to find a balance between our day-to-day functions and routines, physical health, and the need for order, which is Virgo, and vision, spiritual health, disorder, and the infinite, which is Pisces. Virgo rules the tools and techniques that we use to deal with day-to-day life, while Pisces rules the tools we use to deal with our spiritual selves. The key to balance lies in identifying and expressing our spiritual needs while maintaining order in our everyday lives. Neglecting either end of the axis will surely backfire. We would either be living in chaos or excessive order. A crisis of sorts, which can be a crisis of consciousness or sudden awareness of a lack in our lives, provides us with a golden opportunity to explore our emotional needs within the context of the house polarity where the eclipse occurs in our natal charts. Relationships may be challenged, broken, or strengthened dramatically shortly after the eclipse. Our discovery is emotionally charged and dramatic. Epiphanies are likely at this time as we become acutely aware of our lack. The understanding can propel us into affirmative action. However, it's important to note that we're temporarily in the dark about a matter at the time of an eclipse, and we're seeing another area of life as if we're looking at it through a magnifying glass. It's distorted. We don't yet have the full picture. This perspective does help us ultimately, but it helps to remember that we're missing something and to defer our judgments. Full moons and lunar eclipses bring issues in our lives to fulfillment. Our emotions are heightened, and there is often some sort of drama involved. The areas of life activated by the eclipse may see dramatic turns, after which the path is clear to move forward. Note that whatever happens at this time is nothing truly new. The issues have been brewing inside of us, and emotions have been building. Something comes to light at the time of the lunar eclipse. And if we get in touch with our emotions, we can get a better idea of what needs to change or what needs to go. The lunar eclipse in Pisces is bound to thrust us into a state of heightened awareness. It's a time to take special note of your dreams, as well as insights or thoughts and emotions that seem to come from out of the blue. These could be creatively inspiring. The range of emotions that Pisces registered is extraordinary, and this could be a time when we feel that enormous range. Around the date of the full moon lunar eclipse, the idealistic side of us comes out full speed ahead. Some of us will be irritable and won't know exactly why. Others will be moved toward romantic declarations or revelations. Still others will be walking around in a kind of daze, seeing only what they want to see, while their common sense is temporarily eclipsed. With Virgo, we are acutely aware of imperfections. We see the flaws around us and perhaps become very tense and irritable, or we work very hard at fixing them. To Pisces, however, imperfection is beautiful. At the time of the lunar eclipse, we may suddenly see this Piscean light. With the health and service axis, Pisces and Virgo, involved, health or work issues may come to the fore. As well, the ability to set boundaries to the amount of service we render can become a major issue. Situations that test our faith or magnify our fears and doubts may be part of the picture. Secrets may be revealed, and these can include discovering secrets of our own nature from deep within. For some, a new calling will surface in the coming 6 months, a new line of work that better matches our inner nature. Desire to serve or emotional makeup may unfold in the months following the eclipse. We may discover that we need more rest or attention to our spiritual nature than we are currently allowing ourselves. This is a time when lunar energy emerges and is most powerful. It's a time when we can tap into our more idealistic, imaginative, and visionary nature. Our hearts open, and issues of trust and faith are in focus. Decisions made now are emotionally driven. With the moon full and bright in the sky, symbolic illumination occurs in our own lives. However, these new feelings and revelations are emotional ones, as there is a sense of emotions bursting forth into our consciousness. It's time to express ourselves and to let things out of our systems. Of course, we might want to exercise some care while doing so, knowing that what is coming out of us is new and not particularly rational as of yet. This is a time to clear up past patterns that have been holding us back from personal fulfillment. We might open ourselves up to possibilities, examining the emotions that push to the surface, but finalizing plans should probably be saved to a later date. Every full moon, we are given the opportunity to be birthed into a higher state of being. This month, we must give care and nurturing, not just to our physical bodies, but to the indwelling soul. With Mercury as its ruler, Virgo shows us how we can give birth to our higher selves by understanding our minds, then turning that mind towards service to others instead of just ourselves. We must use the analytical power of Virgo mind to dispel all illusions, to dispel the hold the material world has on us. And we must develop discernment and realize that every thought has an effect. If thoughts are pure, then the effects will not bind us to this physical world, physical reality. We won't become attached. If thoughts are base and coarse and grasping, then we further bind ourselves to the material world. Virgo teaches us to be pure in our thinking, to transcend the coarseness of our minds. Virgo is derived from the Latin word for virgin, historically referring to a female associated with independence and inner completeness. She was one in herself. She stood alone as a divinity in her own right. For males and females, the virgin goddess is that part of us that is single and whole, with complete access to our intuitive knowing, our knowledge and wisdom. We all have this archetype within us. This month, we are challenged to reconnect or connect more deeply with that intuitive wisdom. Another aspect of Virgo, known in the ancient mystery schools, was the Virgin Virgo, who is relaxed and powerful and harassed by no one, pure and unafraid. Known as Diana to the Romans, Brigid to the Celts, Artemis to the Greeks, she is both hardworking and delightfully free, tuned into the elemental forces of the earth, and knows the secrets of herbs and roots, and is in utter relaxation. She follows the rhythms of the earth and the moon. She's wild and joyful. Let's be sure to honor those aspects of Virgo within ourselves this month. In Virgo, we discover the difference between discernment and criticism. Do you understand this difference? In discerning, we notice but don't judge, as opposed to making a judgment about what we observe. Eventually, we have to let go of needing to judge others or disparaging ourselves. We must become humble, which means to be just who we are, no more and no less. We become particular, but not picky, able to simply recognize what is working and change what is not. The sun's annual passage through Virgo, which is approximately August 21st to September 21st, instructs us to focus on essentials and efficiency, decluttering and healing, healthy routines and self-care on all levels. What do we need to change so that we can be of greater service? And then this, a message from Anne and the angels. Quote, "There are so many energies vying for your attention at all times upon your earth. It is not your job to answer every tug and pull you feel from one another. It is not your job to jump when someone else is in crisis, nor is it your job to pay attention to people whose behaviors do not delight you. Imagine yourself as a radio and be mindful of the signals you emit. You can correlate them with what comes back. You are both receiver and transmitter. You get to choose. You get to tune. And in so doing, you reclaim your power to experience this great buffet of life however you choose." End quote. Each astrological sign is related to a part of the body. Virgo rules the intestines and the bowels. This makes perfect sense if you think about it. The Virgo energy is all about how we assimilate and digest. Usually in the Virgo month, September, we begin to focus on what needs improving. Fall is here and our energy begins to go inward in preparation for winter. But we can become more critical and introspective, digesting all that we have absorbed in the last 6 months since the spring equinox. We use our powers of discernment and analysis and turn toward the work of perfection. How can I improve? What needs to change? Usually in this cycle, we choose some aspect of our life to take apart, to cleanse, and rework. This is all powerful Virgo work. Let's talk for a few minutes now about the dichotomies of Virgo and her opposite sign, Pisces. Remember that the opposite sign always needs to be balanced with the sun sign. Where Virgo is solid earth, Pisces is fluid water. Mercury, as one of the rulers of Virgo, brings in the qualities of the concrete mind, logical thinking, discernment, the ability to analyze and discriminate. So where Virgo is logical in her thinking, Pisces lives in the mystical realms. Virgo loves to reason and analyze. Pisces wants to surrender to the mystery. Virgo believes in what she can see. Pisces says, have a little faith. Where Virgo can fret and nitpick, Pisces says, imagine the possibilities, accept what is. Virgo's instincts are outraged that Pisces would make decisions without all the facts. Pisces wants to believe in something. He doesn't care about the facts. So what is the balance here? Well, each holds a facet of the truth. Neither can find the whole truth without the other. We need discernment. We need facts and our reasoning abilities. But we also need to look beyond that for a vision and a faith in the unseen and unknown. We can use the Pisces energy to create a vision and Virgo's logical reasoning mind to implement and manifest this vision. Our world desperately needs this visionary Pisces energy right now. A Course in Miracles reminds us that if we want to change the world, we have to change the way we think about the world. How do we do this? By opening our hearts and letting the vision of what is possible fill our minds. Let us make that the focus of our meditation today. In the midst of all the violence, chaos, and confusion in our world, right now, let us hold the vision of what we want our world to become. Let's infuse this vision with our passion and intention, and then let us bring our rational minds into the picture to help us see what action we might take to help manifest this vision. Let us prepare now for meditation. Be sure you're sitting in a comfortable position, that you are in a space free from distractions, sitting with your spine relatively erect, with no undue tension or strain. Sitting quietly with your eyes closed, let us inwardly affirm our intention. We invoke the wisdom of the soul and ask that this meditation be guided by our higher selves. Let our intention be to cleanse, purify, and release and heal that which is ready for transformation. And we ask that this be done only for our highest good. Quietly begin to notice the rhythm of your breathing. Let this life breath help you to come home into the body, to settle, to relax. Imagine that breath filling every cell in your physical body, creating a sense of stillness and poise. Now send that breath into your emotional body. See this body as a lake whose surface is absolutely still. There are no ripples on this lake to disturb the surface. Feel your emotional body take on this stillness, this calm. Then finally, sending the breath into the mind, asking the mind to become quiet and still, giving you these few minutes to go deeper into the stillness. Now, in your mind's eye, visualize the color royal blue. This is the color of the Virgo energy. Imagine yourself bathed in that color. See the mist of blue descend into your room and penetrating your body. Breathe it in and permit it to flow comfortably through your entire being. State inwardly your intention to be open and receptive to the energies of Virgo. Holding yourself in that place of openness, imagine now that you can see the astrological alignment that is taking place in the sky at this time of the full moon. The sun, moon, earth, and the constellation of Virgo are all in perfect alignment, creating a portal that allows the divine energies of Virgo to flow through to you and from you out into the world. Open yourself to receive and distribute these powerful energies. Imagine the purifying energies of Virgo filling your being, cleansing all obstacles and hindrances. We seek to become pure vehicles for the Christ consciousness. We are pregnant this month, and within our womb is the seed of the soul. From this place of purity, let us imagine the world we wish to manifest. See in your mind's eye a world free of struggle, free of war and poverty. See humanity acknowledging the divinity within each other. See right human relationships played out all over our globe. See the distribution of resources spread to every corner of the world. See a world of beauty, harmony, and peace. And hold that vision vividly in your imagination. Now imbue that vision with the love and compassion that a world like that would demonstrate. Now let us use our creative imaginations again to visualize all of us, all of the light workers in the world, joining hands to encircle our planet. Imagine that we link soul to soul with each person in the circle until we see a radiant, powerful circle of light surrounding the earth. Imagine that light irradiating the entire planet, lighting up the earth. See the earth as a beacon of light in the cosmos, manifesting its spiritual destiny. Let us hold this vision in our awareness for the next few minutes, imbuing it with all of our focus and attention. Now, in your mind's eye, see the light that has been created around the earth, going forth into all the places on the planet that are in need of healing at this particular time. Send the light forth with this prayer. May the forces of light aid all those in need. May their suffering be lifted. May all beings be safe. May all beings be restored. Oh. Now gently bring yourself back to your room and take a few deep breaths. Wiggle your hands and feet and imagine that roots are growing out of the bottom of your feet into the center of the earth, bringing you fully back into your body. And because Virgo has so much to do with our physical bodies, I'd like to repeat again this wonderful poem by Jan Richardson called Blessing the Body. This blessing takes one look at you, and all it can say is holy. Holy hands, holy face, holy feet, holy everything in between, holy even in pain, holy even when weary, in brokenness, holy, in shame, holy still, holy in delight, holy in distress, holy when being born, and holy when we lay it down at our hour of death. So, my friend, open your eyes, holy eyes, for one moment. See what this blessing sees. This blessing that knows how you have been formed and knit together in wonder and in love. Welcome this blessing that folds its hands in prayer when it meets you. Receive this blessing that wants to kneel in reverence before you. you who are temple, sanctuary, home for God in this world. Before we close with the great invocation, I'd like to remind people that the date of the full moon is this Saturday, June 6th, and the lunar eclipse is on the 7th, Sunday, the next day. So just so you're aware of the timing of all of that. I'll double check that just to make sure I got it right. Yes, that's right, the 6th and the 7th. So let's close now with the great invocation, the world prayer. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. Om. 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 Namaste, my friends.